welcome to the National Ethnic Press at the CNE. You're always supportive of this excellent organization. Give us your perspective of the work this organization is performing.
Well, over the past 6 or 7 decades, the city of Toronto has gone from a monocultural society to one of the most diverse of the multicultural societies that are springing up in cities all around the world. And it's been done peacefully. And I think one of the reasons for that is that we've got an ethnic press, an ethnic media that is vital, involved, and it explains the new to the old and the old to the new. They're like a bridge. And so they have every right to be proud of the role that they've played in creating one of the most vibrant, successful, exciting cities in the world.
We thank you very much for the support that the city is providing through all the mayors in the past and during your stay in the office.
Well, it's our pleasure to do that. I want to wish you and all the other members of the ethnocultural media all the very best in the years that lie ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
No, I'm not the boss. Yes, you are. I'm the servant. The girls from
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to you from the National Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada Pavilion at the Canadian National Exhibition 2014. We have beautiful entertainment right behind us. It's a wonderful Haitian group. And I'm also very happy to introduce you all to our President and CEO, Mr. Thomas Saras. Welcome, Mr. Saras.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for the hospitality. And thank you for covering the event here with 250 publications having been part of this exhibition at the Canadian National Exhibition of 2014.
We thank you very much. It's been a wonderful day. We had a number of VIPs come by, as well as the general public, which have taken an interest in our fabulous pavilion and our fabulous display. Mr. Saras, we want to thank you again for your tireless efforts in the promotion of the National Ethnic Press and the members. And we hope to do this again next year.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your participation and your hard work. Everything, this is a team effort, and everything depends on you, and also Tatiana and Peter Gagliachos, who always is with us. And I want to thank him, and I want to thank you all.
Thank you very much. This is Maria Saras-Futsinas. Welcome once again. I am here with a very happy and beautiful President of the Ontario Black History Society, the fabulous Dr. Rosemary Sadler. Welcome and thank you for joining us once again at one of our events.
Thank you so much for having me here, and thank you so much for the surprise award that I got from the National Ethnic Press and Media Council. But I really am so pleased to be a part of this organization. I think that through the National Ethnic Press, we're able to reach so many more people and make such a difference in the languages, in the voice, expressing what people really are interested in, speaking to issues that are meaningful to everyone. It's amazing. And I'm happy.
Aren't we all? We are all happy. Yes, that's right. It's all about being happy. Ladies and gentlemen, as I say all the time, it's wonderful being supported and surrounded by these fantastic members, and we're glad that we are here and that we're able to represent. Thank you, Rosemary, once again, for being you.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad that you joined us. And anyone else who is walking by, you too can join us. My name is Tony Ruprecht, and I will be your MC for today. I have some announcements to make, but we will leave that for later. Right now, however, I would like to invite you and welcome you on behalf of the National Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada And I'd like to invite the President, Mr. Tom Saras, to come forward and give his greetings and make his presentations. Let's give him a hand, Mr. Tom Saras.
Thank you, all of you, for being with us today. This is the 16th consecutive year that we are participating at the CNE. And taking this opportunity, I want to thank Deputy Mayor Mr. Kelly, who is with us today, and also Mr. Berdar, the General Manager of the exhibition, and Mr. Kiru, the Vice President of the exhibition, for their own support to the ethnic press. I'm not going to take time out of your busy day today. Just I want to tell you that over the period of the 16 years, the ethnic press grew and the council became a very strong voice for the diverse communities of Toronto. So thank you again for being with us today. It's an honor to have you, and it's an honor to associate with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom. Before I ask the next speaker to come forward and make his remarks, I would like to remind you that this morning at 9 o'clock on the CBC, they talked about a comparison between Quebec's drive for quote-unquote independence and comparing that to Scotland. And those of you who heard those remarks came away thinking there was not much said about the importance of the ethno-cultural vote in Montreal and Elmer, Quebec, and around the Ottawa Valley that ensured that Quebec stays within Canada. Not much. And I'm here to tell you today that yes, you can be proud that it is the ethno-Canadian glue, the ethno-Canadian vote that kept this country together. And so when you go home today, I just want you to talk and to think about this in detail, because many times they will talk about the independence movement from 1980 and to be independent again in 1995. What held this country together is you, and in no small measure, we want to thank also the Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada, because they too were there to ensure that the vote was cast the right way for the no side. Having said that, again, we welcome you, and I will introduce our first speaker, the Deputy Mayor of the great city of Toronto, Mr. Norm Kelly. Please give him a hand. Mr. Kelly. Norm, is this the fastest you can do? Are you jogging? Are you jogging? Are you jogging when you're in the office? Do you ever get jogging in?
Well, I used to until about 8 months ago. And now I spend more time behind a desk and or in the car than I did previously, but it's been a delight. Well, Tony, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, I should say. It's my very great pleasure to bring you greetings from the Council of the City of Toronto and to extend to you all their greetings and their very best wishes for a very successful and enjoyable event this afternoon. I was asked earlier in an interview for TV to give a summary of my impressions or my interpretation of the importance of the ethnic media in the city of Toronto. My response was very... I was born into a society in Toronto and in the early years was raised in that society, which was essentially monocultural. But within one lifetime, mine, this city has emerged as one of the most multicultural cities in the world. And not only that, a world-class city. I was born into a pretty sleepy town, but we are now a vibrant, exciting city. And you know what? We've done that peacefully. There's been a social revolution, an economic revolution, and we've done it peacefully. And I believe that one of the explanations for that transformation to have been accomplished so quickly and so easily is the contribution of the ethnic media. They have been a bridge between the old and the new. They explain to the previous generations the newest arrivals. And to the newest arrivals, they explain the system that they are moving into and will be sharing. So that is a critical role that they've played. And I'm delighted that in my life that I've shared that transformation. My wife is Chinese. My granddaughter is Chinese, Caucasian, and Filipino. So there's a vibrancy to this city that has emerged since the Second World War. And when people come, one of the reasons people come here is because it is so multicultural. It is so vibrant. It is a city of marvelous opportunities, and I'm delighted publicly to say thank you to the many members of the ethnocultural media that have made that possible.
Yay! Norm Kelly, thank you very much. Norm, stay here for 1 second. We're going to call on Mr. Saras to make a presentation to you. And I'm delighted to tell you here, well, he's jogging up here as well. He is the Vice President of the CNE Association.
Thank you, Tony. It's always a pleasure to be here. You sort of work all year to prepare these grounds for what you're experiencing here, and we're only into day 3. There's still 15 more days, and it's always absolutely a pleasure to join the Ethnic Council. You certainly help us out in terms of promoting the event, and we're very gracious for that. On behalf of Brian Ashton, President, and the Board of Directors of the Canadian National Exhibition, Tom, I'd like you to come up here. Every year we have a commemorative medal that we present to our board members and put out. And this year's medal commemorates the 100th anniversary of the Great War. And for those of you who have a bit of time, all throughout the grounds there is an opportunity to be brought up to speed of how important these grounds, the Canadian National Exhibition grounds, were in preparing the young men and women before they went overseas to fight for our freedom and to truly make this the world's greatest ethnic diverse country. So Tony, on behalf of Brian Ashton, President, and the Canadian National, so it's not gold, but it is commemorative. There's only 420 of those made, so please, on our behalf, thank you and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. John Kiru, on behalf of the National
Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada, to you and to Mr. Brian Ashton, the President, for your help.
Where's Brian? Brian?
Brian here.
Brian happens to be here. Brian, come on.
Brian Ashton.
Have your flag.
Oh, this is incredible. You know why, ladies and gentlemen? The President of the CNE Association is even here. Brian Ashton, come on up. Can you jump on the stage? Look at that now. I think you did pretty well. Wow, that's incredible, Brian. I don't believe this.
When you're from Scarborough, you're used to doing things like that. I just got up at 6 o'clock in the morning and went home. It's both, it's both. Thank you very much. This is a big surprise, yes. Yeah. Oh, well, no, I can't say it better than John Carew did. I do want to invite people to get out on the grounds and always remember one thing. When you see somebody smiling, go over and give them a big hug and say, let's go to the X. Have fun, folks.
Come on, Brian. Come over here. Hug. You said to give us a hug. By golly, look at this representation today. Hi, David. Now, David is here. He's the general manager of the CNE. Let's give him a hand. And you two, David, are going to receive a very special plaque from Tom.
All the help you provided to us over the years, and we appreciate whatever you do in order to promote the ethnic press. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, our next presenter, and Mr. Peter Slowly is, as you can see while he's running up here, he is from the Toronto Police Department. And we're going to make a presentation of him, but before we do that, would you kindly say a few words, Peter?
Thank you very much. It's really great to be down here at the X. My memories of exhibition started in 1976 when my family came here from Jamaica. I was doing a lot of things back in the day. I'd come down here, eat a corn dog, go roller skating with really bad hairdos and really bad outfits. In the 1980s, I was playing for the Toronto Blizzard. We used to play right here on exhibition grounds, and we would do soccer exhibitions on stages like this. In the 1990s, I joined the Toronto Police Service, and I would actually work the grounds like many of the police officers you see here today. So not only must you hug people who are smiling, you have to hug a police officer if you see one as well, too. There you go. Your talks. Oh, there we go. Now, one of the things that I learned about Canada was that the Toronto Police were one of the most visible signs of the Canadian democracy. And as you thought about the police, you thought about your society. The CNE is one of the most visible symbols of our society as well. And so I'm honored to be here representing Chief Blair and all the men and women of the Toronto Police Service. We are here to help serve and protect the CNE. And the press is also one of the most important democratic symbols and one of the most important democratic institutions, keeping this society inclusive, focused on human rights, and making sure that we are a world-class society and a world-class city. So thank you very much for having us here today as well.
What a beautiful speech. Are you a poet?
No, just a police officer.
So, on behalf of the members of the National Ethnic Press, allow me to make that presentation for your help and your support over the years.
For your help and your support over the years.
Guys, the most beautiful picture finished. Okay. Don't leave, nobody leaves. We continue with
we will continue
with the reception.
With the reception.
Green cafe.
Green cafe on the right-hand side of the stage.
That's it.
Thank you. And now we have a very special presentation. Although Peter Slowly, as Deputy Chief, it was very special that you came on stage. But now we have a representative from Queen's Park. My former colleague, since I used to be at one time the Minister of Citizenship and Multiculturalism. I had the great pleasure to present to you Mr. Heng Dong, who is jumping up here right now, and he's representing the Premier of this province. Right now he's coming, yes? Miss Wynne.
Thank you, Dr. Rupert. Well, I'm extremely honored to be here representing the Premier Catholic Wing in Government of Ontario. I'm amongst a lot of pioneers, long-time advocate for multiculturalism here in the city. Norm, I always look up to you, and former MPP John Tory now is the candidate for Toronto Mayor, and the Honorable Jean Augustine, the Fairness Commissioner, as well. And Dr. Rupert, we miss you in Queen's Park. You know, many of you probably don't know this, but as the minister, he was the one that started flag-raising events in Queen's Park. And we continue this tradition till this day. We miss you in Queen's Park. Very good to see you. As a first-generation immigrant, I came here in 1990. I have to say that a lot of members of the Chinese community read the stuff that they're produced by the African media and press and media. And that's where we get information about government policies, government program. So I have to thank Tom, the Ethnic Press Media Council has done a wonderful job over the years informing Ontarians and Canadian citizens, some of which the first language may not be English, to keep them informed and tell them what they need to know. You've done a fantastic job. And I brought some greeting. Brought a greeting from the Premier. On behalf of the Government of Ontario, I'm delighted to welcome everyone to the official opening of the Pavilion of the National Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada, here at the Canadian National Exhibition. Your presence at the CNE speaks to the important role your members play in our nation and our province. A strong and effective multicultural media is a vital element in our society's success. It promotes a robust democracy by fostering informed public dialogue. It also enriches our national conversation by putting forth diverse voice, global perspectives, and issues unique to our newcomer communities. I want to commend the National Ethnic Press and Media Council of Canada for its commitment to informing and engaging our diverse community. Our government looks forward to working with your members to build a strong and fair Ontario, one that supports growth and provides opportunities for everyone. Please accept my best wishes for much continued success. Kathleen Wynne, Premier of Ontario.
On behalf of the Ethnic Press, we are presenting to you this plaque as a small token about the price of your presence between us. Thank you again.
And I'll put on the wall in my constituency office, the new constituency
Please
office.
do it. Please do it. Thank you. Okay, guys. One more here.
And now I have the great pleasure to introduce to you a candidate for mayor whom I remember at Queen's Park as one of the most approachable MPPs. Sometimes, as you probably know, it's not easy to approach someone who thinks of himself as too important. Even as he was the leader, as you know, of the Conservative Party in Queen's Park. But there's one thing about Mr. Tory that all of us got to know pretty quickly, and that was he is very, very approachable. So, John, if you come up and say a few words, I'm happy to see you here. We're delighted to have you. Let's give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Tony, thank you, and Thomas, thank you, and thank you to the association. I have talking a lot during the election campaign, and it's not an occasion for a political speech, but about connecting people together and trying to build together one Toronto. And I talk about it in the context of transit, where we have to do something like my Smart Track train to connect people to jobs and connect neighborhoods together. And I talk about bringing one city together so we stop some of the fighting that goes on between Scarborough and Etobicoke and North York and downtown, because we are one city. But you know, the other thing we have to do is bring people together so they know each other better, they understand each other better, they can communicate with each other and with their governments and understand what's going on in the city. And of course, that is the role that has been played for many years by the ethnic press. I had a business opportunity to understand this when I was running Rogers, where we launched a huge number of digital television services that people use to stay in touch. I was also very involved with Omni Television, and I remember very well how hard it was for us to sell the advertising because people didn't believe there was an audience out there watching the program. So we had to do things like put on a picnic and say there's going to be no advertising for the picnic, we'll only mention it on Omni Television, and hundreds and thousands of people would show up. And that's because so many people in the city get their information from the ethnic press. They stay in touch with healthcare, education, business, and so on. And so I just commend you, Thomas, and your members on the work they do. It needs to continue and be expanded, and it needs to be respected to an even greater extent by government and others. And I'm just delighted to be here celebrating your pavilion at the CNE today. So thank you very much for having me.
my wife.
Thank you very much for coming. Allow me to make that presentation to you to show that our respect as we express our respect to you, and I hope this is going to be the first flag that you are going to put on the mayor's office next October. Thank you. And our next person is someone that all of us know. Every time I appear at some famous dinner, this person always gets an award. Yes, you guessed it. The Honorable Jean Augustine, who is going to jog up here quickly. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Let's give her a hand. Jean Augustine is also Ontario's Fairness Commissioner. Jean Augustine, we're happy to greet you. And it is absolutely true, you're beautiful.
Merci beaucoup et bonjour. I am delighted to be invited by the ethnic and national media, National Ethnic Press National Ethnic Press Council. And you keep changing the name on me, you know?
What they can do, they ask,
Put an S, okay. So at this very special opening of your pavilion, I'm honored to be here. And I was saying earlier, I've been in this country 54 years, and I have not missed one of the exhibition over the 54 years. I come with friends. I come a third time when I was in education with students. I came, and now I come a fourth time with grandchildren. So I think I'm due, I think the president is here, you said. I think I'm due a lifetime pass. And if there is anybody who can match this, stand with me so we can get this lifetime pass. I want to commend the members of the press. I want to commend all those who bring the stories from away to us and who interpret us to others. And so I wish you the very best today as we celebrate the opening of the pavilion. Thank you so much.
Good night, June. I don't know about a lifetime pass, but what we do have for you is one of the commemorative medals for 100 years celebration. So let me get this out while you present that portion. So there you go. For your continued support and dedication of coming out here, rain or shine, you're always welcome here.
Miss Rosemary Sedler, Hillary Renner, Fulvio Martinez. Is Fulvio here?
Ms. Renner is the Public Affairs Officer of the United States Consulate. Is that correct? And Ms. Rosemary Sadler is the President of the Black History Society. I think I got this right, good?
Okay. Where is Fulvio? Fulvio is not here.
Fulvio's not here right now.
And finally, I want to thank Tony. I want to thank you. You are always with us for many, many years. We struggled together for the country, and we struggled together for the promotion of the ethnic press. So therefore, allow me to present to you this token. And I want to invite you all immediately after this ceremony to the Green Cafe, which is at the back of this wall, for a drink and some food. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. And I want to thank my wife, who always wants to do whatever she wants. And if I say no, then I'm in trouble. Thank you, Kathy.
high-low players we are, yeah. Check us out. Check out the website. And the Double Cuts. Check out the Double Cuts website too. Bye. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your time at the X. Well, I'm told so forlorn. I guess I've been that way.